It's been over a month since 4 University of Idaho students were found stabbed to death on November 13, 2022 at a home in Moscow, Idaho, but so far, police say a suspect or suspects have not been identified in this horrible crime. The victims in this murder investigation, Madison Mogen, Kaylee Goncalves, and Xana Kernodle, were roommates who lived in the home, while the fourth victim, Chapin, did not live there but was dating Kernodle. There are two other roommates that lived in the home, but they were not attacked, and the police say they believe they were asleep through the murders. A lot of people are asking why. Why haven't we heard anything? Why hasn't a suspect or suspects been named? Why hasn't anyone been arrested yet? Well, the case is complex, and it takes time to process evidence. The police don't want to make a mistake and blow the case. They need to be 100% sure. With all that surrounding this case and how high profile it's been, there have been a lot of theories as to what happened or who the suspect or suspects that did this. One of the theories is it's a new serial killer. Recently, two unsolved murders in Washington and Oregon recently stand out as incredibly similar to this case. Those crimes happened on the same date as the Ohio murders. It was the 13th, and they fell on a weekend. The houses involved could be watched from the back with coverage from the woods. All houses have access via sliding glass door entry, and all crimes happen during or in around the 3 a.m. time frame. No DNA or DNA matches have been found in any of the cases so far. Another theory is it's a copycat serial killer, someone like a Ted Bundy copycat. They may have been obsessed with Ted Bundy or watched too many movies. The hit theory is something else that's been questionable. Maybe they or someone in their family was involved in a bad business deal or in crime activity. Another plausible theory is the jealous or angry ex-boyfriend theory. They just couldn't stand to be without one of the girls, and in a fit of rage, decided to kill. There's been the obsessed student theory, same as the theory above. They just couldn't stand to be without one of the girls, someone that tried to ask one of these girls out before and they were rejected. It pissed them off, so they decided to get revenge by killing them. The more than one killer theory certainly could be plausible. Murdering 4 people on your own would be a very hard task, so it would be more logical that 2 suspects were involved. The 2 roommate theory, they were there. They had something to do with it, or they knew the suspect or suspects that were involved. Another theory that's been thrown around is the maintenance worker theory. They saw the girls before, became obsessed, knew the layout of the house and surrounding areas so they could escape easily. To me, it seems a little far-fetched. It's too much like something out of a movie. Here's one of the theories that are wild and weird. The frat theory. It was just some type of satanic Greek ritual killing. Then that takes us back to the white Hyundai Elantra theory. We've heard a lot about this car, this mystery car during this case. Seems that there's a lot of evidence pointing towards this car and where to find it. A lot of the theory is that this is the suspect's car, or maybe the police already know who the suspect or suspects are, and the person or people inside that white Elantra have much needed details as to what happened that evening. Now I'll give you my opinion, and I'm purely just speculating, but there have been a few theories that I personally pull towards. The most rational is an ex-boyfriend or friend, and the serial killer theory. If I was to profile the suspect that did this, these would be some of the traits and characteristics of that suspect. Number 1, the suspect knew these girls or had an interaction with them before. This is not a stranger. Number 2, the suspect that did this is very smart and did a significant amount of recon on the house. They methodically planned out this crime. They studied movements, who came and went, and what times people were home and left. Number 3, the suspect came in on foot and made sure that the vehicle they drove was as far away from the home and it was out of reach of any cameras or people that could see it. Number 4, it was a targeted attack. It was definitely a crime of rage and passion or to fulfill a fantasy. Number 5, it was personal. The suspect used a knife. The suspect wanted to be close to the victim or victims while inflicting their rage. Now, if I was an FBI profiler and I had to draw a sketch of the suspect, here's what they would look like. I believe it's a large male with great strength, either 20 through their 30s, extreme introvert, who was bullied or rejected by women throughout their life. They're an outdoorsman, someone that likes to hunt and is very experienced with knives. They have an obsession with killing and has likely killed or attempted to kill before. They may have an uncontrollable temper or have random bursts of energy and strength. They abuse drugs and alcohol. They have a very obsessive compulsive personality. They planned everything down to its last detail in this crime. I know we all like to speculate, but we truly don't know because we don't have privilege to all the evidence in this case. What are your thoughts? Do you think this was someone the girls knew, or possibly a serial killer? Leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Before we leave, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification on this channel. And like always, talk live and talk loud. See you on the next one.